Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about my experience when I went to visit Masjid Jami Abu Bakr in Scarborough, Canada. That was my first time to come to a mosque in Canada. A coworker invited me to visit his mosque because his mosque was having open house. So non-Muslims are invited to see their mosque and to see how the Muslims perform their salah and their wudu and so on. They were giving away Qurans and samosas, and I came actually for samosas. I didn't eat that much samosas, but only like maybe 3 dozens. And so when I visited when I came to the mosque, right away there's an area where we can leave our shoes. We take off our shoes and then we enter. On the left side, there's an area where these people doing wudu. There's maybe several or maybe a dozen faucets. But what bothers me, there's no soap. I do understand Muslims want to follow their prophet. Their prophet didn't use soap when he was doing wudu or ablution. So therefore they cannot use soap. It's okay if it's only to wash face and arms. But then washing the feet and then blowing the nose, washing behind the ears, and then blowing the nose. They really blow their nose. Oh yeah, if you go there, if you go to mosque, watch them, how they do wudu. Very disgusting. Blow their nose 3 times, and then running water, wash their hands, okay, but no soap. And then they can pray after that. But you have to understand they have to blow their nose because they cannot pray to Allah while the devil or Satan sleeping in their nostril. That's haram. And after that, I saw this man lining up like little robots, lining up, getting ready to pray, and then they pray. The prayer was short, maybe, I don't know, several minutes. It was quick. I was actually surprised. I was quite surprised that time. And then the men came out, they greeted us. Hey, how are you doing, brother? Oh, good, how are you? And then one of them asked me, where are you from? I said, Indonesia. And then you know what they said? What he said? He said, MashaAllah. I said, from Indonesia. And then they said, oh my God. I was like surprised. This guy, he was so impressed after I told him I came from Indonesia. It's not a big deal, And then there's a white guy, Canadian guy, white dude with beard, who converted to Islam. He has to be there because he's the boy poster. So the Muslims, the mosque, they want to show people, the non-Muslim, if this Canadian guy can become a Muslim, so can you, right? And then, so when I met him, oh, this is the funny thing. The guy is so Canadian, right? The look and except for the beard. But he was wearing the clothing like people from Middle East. Wow. I was like, wow. this is crazy. Okay. So when he came to me, hi, hi, I asked him, what surah came down first? And then he said, what? What surah was revealed to Prophet Muhammad first? The first surah revealed to Prophet Muhammad. And you know what he said? He said this. Mm, um, uh, he did not know the answer. So I said, Al-Alaq, chapter 96. And he said, oh, yes, yes, you're right. Oh, I don't know. How could I forget? In my mind, I didn't say it out loud, but I'm in my mind. You didn't know. Something simple, very basic. He didn't know. And he converted to Islam. Embarrassing. And then, okay, and my coworker, he introduced me to an imam, a younger imam. Maybe he was in his 30s, maybe late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s maybe. And they told me, my coworker and the imam, I could call him or email him if I have questions. I said, okay. And the imam told me, my friend Rizwan, your friend, will give you my phone number. I said, okay. And guess what? That was 4.5 years ago. I never received his phone number or his email address until now. Anyway, it's okay. It's all forgiven, forgotten. Not forgotten, forgiven. Because they gave samosa. And then, after samosa, I left. By the way, there were about 25 of us who visited the mosque. It's a mixed crowd, mixed background, men, women, young, old. And then I left. And when I sat in the car, I was still in the parking lot. When I sat in the car, I parked on the left side of the building. So when I enter the gate, I go to the right. And then I realized, I saw, you know what I saw? Muslim women. I saw Muslim women entering the mosque from the side door. And that made me sad. They could not enter, they cannot enter from the main entrance like the men. So the Muslim men, the Muslim, and the Muslim women, Muslimah, they have two separate entrances. The main entrance, the bigger and nicer entrance, is only for the men. The side entrance, the back door, the smaller door, not smaller, it's small. It's just a regular door actually. The door is for the women, Muslim women. And what bothers me the most, what makes me sad the most, the visitors, many of them were women. And these non-Muslim women entered the mosque through the main entrance. That's the kick. And then I realized, as I sat in the car, I realized that was just the promotional time, they gave us the promotional code. The code is open house. So non-Muslim women enter through the main entrance. But once they say the Shahada, they will never again use that entrance. They have to go to the side, use the small entrance. So this is the funny thing. The non-Muslims women, they were invited to see the mosque, how the mosque uh, looks like from the inside. But then those Muslim women, they never seen the inside of the mosque because they can never be there. This is the main hall and the main prayer room and the wudu room. Those rooms are for Muslim men only. That's the saddest part. That's the saddest part. I saw them quiet, walking quietly. Half of them were teenagers. And then I left with heavy heart. So that was my experience when I visited Jami Abu Bakr in Scarborough, Canada. Back home, of course, I visited some mosques, but most of them are musalla, like smaller mosque. And when we were kids, we were just playing around. We ran around everywhere, including mosque. And by the way, that's all from me for tonight. Thank you for watching and listening, and thank you for your support. And if you are a Christian, please pray for Muslim women to be freed from this cult. And that's all from me for tonight. Whether you're Muslim or a Christian, God bless you all. Have a nice life.